Olá, bom dia e bem-vindo ao nosso canal Quinta, Fonte, Pipa. Hello, good morning and welcome back to our channel Quinta, Fonte, Pipa. And this week has been a bit of a tiring week, so we will get straight into this week's video and see what Dad is up to.
Well, it's now almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up this morning at 8 o'clock to glorious bright sunshine outside and thought that was the end of the rain. It's just starting to come out again, I think, the rain, but it's typical. I've chosen this morning, the first dry day we've got, to go and sort these tyres out on my trailer. I walked up to the top and my tractor tyre has also gone flat, so I've got to fix that before I can use the tractor to lift up the trailer to take the tyres off, to take them to the tyre man to get them fixed. It's all good fun. And I'm going to need my compressor. So I've come to charge the compressor up, which is here at the front of the house in our small log store. I've just gone to plug it in. And we often get birds nesting in here, and there's a bird made a lovely little nest up there, which wasn't there about 4 days ago. So let's hope that one gets to stay there. Still so much to do and so much to get on with. Obviously haven't touched a thing on the milking parlour with all the weather. Well, there you go, the bucket's filled up with water. And I've got a flat tyre again, driving me crazy. I'm just wondering whether I take that to the tyre man, which I think I'm going to. You wouldn't think a flat tyre would cause you so many problems, and it wouldn't if it was once in a while. But this tyre just keeps, don't know, 1 week it lasts, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then it decides to go flat again. So it's clearly not a puncture. I've covered it in washing up liquid and water, over pressurised it, no leaks whatsoever. Yet 2 weeks later, or whenever it decides, it goes flat again. So you can see the problems it's causing me this morning. I've got to go back down. It's going to take me over an hour just to sort of get this sorted and take the tyres off of the trailer, just from driving backwards and forwards. So I think I might take this tyre with me. I can't remember what he charged me last time. I think a puncture repair is about €10, and when I put a big piece of wood through one of the other tyres that's now got an inner tube in it, because normally they don't have inner tubes in because they're actually filled up with water, these tyres, rather than air, which keeps the tractor stable on the ground. I think that cost me €50 for the patch, or €40. It wasn't particularly cheap, but he saved me a tyre, and considering a front tyre on this tractor is over €300, that's you know, it's worth doing it. Right, let's get on with it.
So Dad is going to be administering another injection to our poorly goat, unfortunately. So we're going to give you an update on her, and stay tuned until later on in the video for a little friend update. And whilst we're on the subject of goats, I would like to say a huge thank you to Eileen for your donation and monthly sponsor towards the goats, and we will be naming one of the little girls Muffin.
Right. She seems a little bit more lively at the moment. So that's her with another iron injection. So skinny, but she's got a little bit more strength. She's sort of trying to pull away from us today, which is a good thing. Hello Nancy, are you here again to eat my jumper? Yes. Oh, hello Nancy. You just stand on me then. I'm just hoping the edge of the tyre hasn't lost its seal. No, it's going up. Because if you leave a tyre sometimes when they're flat, the edge comes away here, and then you have to do the fire trick that you've probably seen in some of my other videos to get the edges to seal up. And normally if I charge my compressor up once, it's normally enough to fill one tyre, not completely, but enough that I can drive it closer to the house on mains electric and continue to blow it up. But this morning I need the tractor first to lift the back of the trailer up, which you're about to see in a minute, before I can take the tyres off of that. So it's all fun and games. Ah. Oh, I thought there was noise coming out of the tyre, but it's where this is lifted up now, the water's pouring out of the front bucket. I thought we'd actually found a leak, but like I said before, I don't think this tyre has got a leak. I think it's the seal here is just letting a tiny amount of air out. So we'll definitely take this one, I think, to the guy in Alcane's, and it's cost me, I don't know, it's over half an hour. It's not too bad, you know, but when we've got a lot of other things to get on, it might, just this morning pumping these tyres up might destroy enough of the day that I can't even do a morning's work on the milking parlour. So I've got to get these fixed. More money out the door. And I need this tractor working without me wasting time, like I've just explained, because I've got a hectare of corn to plant. I've got to prep the land yet. So. And Molly's de-ticking Eddie by the looks of it.
Yep, he's got some in his little toe pads.
Oh, Eddie, you're a silly boy. Hello, ladies. Hello, beautiful girls. Hello, Tilly. Kiss, kiss. Tilly, give me a kiss.
Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you.
I love you too. I love you. Yes, I do. What are you doing? Where's Eddie? Hello, Lucy. Hello, Eddie. Right, see if I can jack this trailer up and get these tyres off.
Before the rain starts.
Oh, it's starting already, I think, Mol. Right. Truck. I'm going to put this in the truck. Yeah, we'll have to go by the house, drop the compressor off, and then carry on to the tyre now. Otherwise, we're going to get in a pickle. Right, it doesn't help, I haven't got a lot of room to get square onto the back of the trailer, but here we go. Right. What's that one? 22. So it's 24. That's easy. Right, -1. Oi, oi, oi.
So are these completely different to car tyres? They don't have brakes?
No, this has got brakes, the trailer. That's what's in here.
It just doesn't look like a normal car brake disc.
No, it's like the old-fashioned drum style. It's not a disc brake. So it's got two shoes in there that come out and they jam against the hub. And always a good bit of advice, put the nuts when you're not going to be finished in 2 seconds, put the nuts back on. Saves you losing them. Let's go around the other side and do the other one. This side's tighter. Right, back on the ground again then.
So why have you had to lower it?
So the wheel doesn't turn. I've got more leverage with a bar, so it'll just spin the wheel. It might even still do it. No, just enough. Faithful friend. There's a lot of mud on these ends. This will help. Oh yeah, they were done up tight.
Again.
Looks like it's got the mud dauber insects in there. They've built a home. And to all our Patreons and all you lovely people that have bought us a coffee, this is exactly the sort of thing you help us out, being able to go and fix it rather than me tolerating this for another don't know, forever how long, fixing flat tyres and losing half a morning. So when we say we're very grateful to your support, we really are. You know, it's a massive thing for us. Right, looks like we're about ready to go to the tyre man. I think Molly's going to come with me, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Right, and now I want to take the tractor one off, so I've got to think of some way of holding this up now, because I could only find one jack stand down at the house. I might be able to just lean this down on the ground, it's not that important. But, right. One. Yeah, just as I thought, we had a nice little stack of breeze blocks here I could have used, but no, we've cleaned up and we've put them down the bottom. Oh. Way to start a day, isn't it? There we go. That's all it'll need. I think we can leave the tools under the trailer. So if it doesn't rain, well, maybe I won't actually. There we go. Oh dear, not yet. I've got to take this white other plate off. Tractor wheels are often made in two parts like this, and the reason that is I can take this off and I can turn it round. It makes your wheels skinnier. It's for going in crops, but it means I've got to take this white plate off because the valve is there and it's the valve stopping it coming off. Just to be awkward for me, eh? And if you come round here, look, that's what was stopping it coming off. Because this... Oh, do you know what? I think that could be the leak.
The valve.
I can hear air coming out when that moves. Maybe it'd be worth me just trying to do that up. Okay, well I think I'm going to leave this here and give it one more chance. Now I've found that, if I hadn't have found that, I seriously would think that's the problem. That's not been done up tight enough. Yeah, there you go. Found the problem. And I even went, because these valves, because you fill these tyres up with water, this part here to the front, you see it's a different colour. It's because it's new. I even bought new valves, but it's this bit that you can see now, that stays in the tyre permanently, or unless you break it off, you undo that nut and you can replace them. But this is the valve that stops the air coming out of the tyre when you pump it in through the hole, and that's new. It's obviously not leaking through that, but it's leaking there, isn't it? And that looks about perfect. I wonder if I've got any tools in my toolbox. There's a toolbox on the back of the tractor, and half the tools aren't in it, so I've got to go and put all those back in there. But when we come back, I'll bring a spanner up and we'll fix the tyre, I hope. That'll save me a few pennies. The guy in Alkanes we're about to go to, he's very reasonable, very friendly, nice guy. They do a proper job, and they've got some proper machinery in there for changing rear tractor tyres, which is very handy to have locally to us on the farm. Oh, he's got another bolt. Right, that should be our lot. In fact, I'm just thinking maybe that's not the place to be keeping those, is it? We own goats. So we're getting where I was then. Right, I'll put these somewhere else. And even you might think, put them on the chair. No, they'll get on the chair. Right. I'll put those down there. They shouldn't move them from there if they walk around up there.
Because when you own goats, nothing is safe.
No, they see this as a giant playpen, climbing frame, which is all good, but which I don't actually mind. But when I'm doing something like this, if they lose an important nut or bolt, then I mind. But right, okie dokie, and we'll leave that just outside of that in case that lowers itself when we're not here. That can go under there, and I think we're ready to leave. Let's go and get this fixed. we'll pass the house to leave the compressor there, and then we'll go. Ready, Mel? Let's go.
Poder botar na Quinta uma semana, volto lá. Você tem uma cola.
Put the wheel in there. Yeah, it gets pushed under the ground. He's overinflated it, so it should show us if there's any
I did
holes
think
in
it looked a bit too full. So what's that he's doing?
It's just lubricating it so it goes on, which is why, because he's got a proper machine. When I do it on the farm, I'm using fire
Okay.
to expand it. And he's doing that so it slips up and it seals nicely on the rim. And then he'll put it under the water over there.
Por exemplo, você faz prezinho em cima da quinta, ele faz ali em volta para uma palpar, na mesa do jango, né? Abaixo das pedras. Uma garagem que tem uma pérola de Coca-Cola, vou botar aqui.
Uma borrachazinha. Sim, sim.
We have a hole in the tyre. So that is from when you repaired it last time?
Yeah, you get these little rubber. He's probably going to put another one in it for me. I can see he's got the tools there for it.
Take two. And that one's good.
It's fine.
So what is that?
That's glue now. You just use that tool to rough the surface of the rubber inside.
So that's something to bond to?
Yeah, because a lot of the people, they won't bother, they'll just glue it and stick a patch on, but unless you use that, you don't get a proper... That's why I recommend these guys, they do a proper job. If anybody's wondering where we are, I'll put it on screen a bit later because it might not be very readable here.
And even these guys have got this proper machine here for lifting up and holding huge great truck tyres or tractor tyres. This is the machine that they use it. Not a lot of places have got a machine that do tractor or lorry tyres because they're just so big.
Do you not miss working in the garage?
No.
Really?
Fala com o seu chefe. Eles têm um canal no YouTube.
Ah, sim, sim.
É que promove a sua empresa, não é? O mais estranho é o dia de vocês. Você sempre faz um bom trabalho. Eu estou na garagem na Inglaterra por mais de 25 anos. Mas o bata-chapas. O bata-chapas. A pintura, tudo.
Eu também era bate-chapas.
Sim? Sim. Mas na Inglaterra ganhas pouco o seu stress.
Eu deixei.
Sim, sim, sim. É muito trabalho.
So what they're talking about is that they both had the same profession of bodyworks.
Yes, bata-chapas. Panel beater, means bata-chapas. Mas só stress. Na Inglaterra ganhas pouco. Eu tenho 31 anos na Inglaterra, cai para o chão, ataque de coração. 31. É mau, não é? Eu gosto muito de Portugal.
Depois os bate-chapas tiram
O painéis não arranjas nada.
Eu sou da geração ainda, não há, pega-se um bocadinho de chapa e tem de se fazer um guarda-rodas.
Sim, 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 sim. Nós arranjamos muitos carros antigos.
Depois deixei.
Trabalhar.
Por isso aqui que ali também já
Sim, sim. Trabalhar mais calmo, né? Mais tranquilo. E depois eu faço os diagnósticos. Tens uma computador grande, profissional, está ok. Sem stress. Estraga muitas horas.
Dá para quantas horas a cama?
Esta, 3 horas ou mais.
Eu tenho uma cama, não sei quanto. Não estava na moto.
Sim, sim, sim.
Depois tenho um botãozinho.
Ligar, vou filmar. Sim. Funciona sem bateria.
And she's done.
Sem estrelas.
Hey. And he's just checking there are no more air leaks.
Checking it.
And we've been here less than half an hour and everything is okay.
Próxima vez, muito obrigado.
Muito obrigada. Vá.
and now we're where we collect our feed from. And if anybody wants to know what they're called, I'll just show you their sign. Rações e Foragens Castanheira. Right, let's go in and get what we can get.
Because of the drought in Portugal, everything has nearly doubled, and I mean doubled in price. The hay has virtually run out, or if you can buy a bale of hay that used to be 40 euros, they're now nearly 90 euros, and that's going to go up again next week. So it's getting quite hard to feed the goats and do it at a reasonable price. So.
Obrigada.
Right, it looks like we got back here just in the nick of time. And it's just about to pour down with rain. And at the price of this feed, I can't afford that to get wet. These are now 35 kilos a sack. For everybody see what it's made up of. Basically it's alfalfa chopped up, some good hay, corn, pellet, which is probably alfalfa pellet, but it's got almost 20% protein in it, which is good for milking goats. It's about the only thing we can get hold of. There's hardly any more hay left in Portugal, so this is our next best feed we can give them. So that's what we're feeding our goats at the moment. It smells lovely. Sort of vitamins, lots of vitamins in it, magnesium, selenium, which is what I've mentioned before. Selenium is extremely important for them. It's got zinc in it, alfalfa, dehydrated, maize, dried maize. There's quite a bit of trigo. Hello. Hello. Mama. Mama. Oh, look at you, Nancy. Oh, Nancy, you eating my beard? No, but you like chewing my fingers, don't you? What's that? Oh, look at that. Bless her. You're such a sweetheart, aren't you? Hey?
I would like to say another huge thank you to Dirk for becoming one of our Patreons, and Dervin for increasing your Patreons. So I'd like to also say a huge thank you to everyone who bought coffees last week, which is all going towards the farm and to increase our channel. So if anyone else would like to help support, there are links for everything down below. We will see you back here next week, so don't forget to give us a like, subscribe and leave us a comment.